The following is a presentation of Muddy River News.
Your financial needs aren't independent of each other, so your financial advisors shouldn't be either. At Mercantile Bank, our experienced United Wealth professionals are united to serve you and your complete financial planning and wealth management needs. Are you just starting your investment journey or need to roll over a retirement plan? Do you need to plan for a loved one with special needs or for your own life after work? Maybe your business needs a succession plan or you want to enhance your employee benefit programs. Whatever steps you need to take, our United Wealth experts are ready to take them with you. Together, we are united.
Hi, this is Ron Kincher. Welcome to Muddy River News' Business Spotlight, brought to you by Mercantile Bank. We have Lori Brenner. Dinner in the Bag is the name of her business. So how did this all get started?
About 9.5 years ago, a friend of mine had a meal-making party at her house, and a gal came from, it was either Peoria or Bloomington, somewhere a few hours away, and we all worked together and assembled meals and took them home to our family. At the time, I had 4 kids at home, super busy, and I, within a day or two, said to my husband, Quincy needs something like this, and I think I could do it.
That's a big jump, though, from going to a party and then 24 hours later deciding to start a business like this.
Well, I love to cook.
You do? So, okay.
Yes, I've always loved to cook. And when I was a child, I was pretty much, it was a necessity. My mom made us each take a turn.
Really?
Once a week, we all had to make a meal. And so I kind of got used to it. And I was already feeding my 4 kids and my husband at home. And like I said, I like to cook. I even made my own baby food when my kids were little. So it wasn't really a huge jump for me. But
do you come from a big family then?
I do not, no.
So you're not used to cooking for quantities.
No.
You do now.
Right.
So is there any culinary training or anything like that in your background? Or you just
not at all.
Flying by the seat of your pants to a degree?
Yep. I kind of feel like I know what I like and what I think a lot of people would like. And so I kind of stick with things that I feel like the majority of people would like. And
comfort food type stuff?
Some of it is. Some of it's more healthy related. We do a lot of stuff that's for the crock pot that is easy for families to just throw in and let it sit all day until you get home, and then dinner's ready.
Right.
Our whole business is driven by the need to make things easier for people, convenience, the people who are busy. But we've also really grown and have a large percentage of elderly or retired people now who just either don't want to cook or never liked to begin with.
So you had to create a business plan of some sort, I'm guessing, right? So was there anybody you could talk to that had done this in other communities or anything like that? Or
no, it was a long time. It took me several months to just do a lot of research. We did a lot of trial and error. I personally made, I don't know how many meals, and I still do this to this day, but I make a meal, freeze it, and then cook it for my family, because a lot of times things don't freeze well.
That was one of my questions. So it's trial and error as to what you can make and what you cannot actually.
Some things just really don't work in the.
Such as?
Certain vegetables just become mush. And so there's some things that I've been able to work around, but there's a lot of things that certain cuts of meat and stuff don't do as well. I don't know. There's just a lot of different things with the
process and stuff you're going. So a typical week for you is what? So I'm assuming you and fellow workers at Dinner in a Bag create a menu then that you work off of?
We do.
So how's that all work?
So we usually post a menu on Facebook on Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So everybody, they have 4 days and they can order. And we also do an email process. We also have people that just drive through and pick up meals without ordering, or they might call and put an order in. But basically, they just order whatever they would like, and then we have them ready by the following week. And we spend 3 days a week cooking, prepping the meals, and then we're also open 4 days a week for pickup. So
is the menu static from week to week to week? Or is it multiple items or just a few items for that week?
So at this point, I definitely have over 100 items on my
every
menu.
Week?
No.
No. Okay.
Every week, it's usually about 4 to 5 items that we have available.
Okay.
We do some of them only in one size, and the other ones we do like So in 4 to 6 person serving, and then the other ones are 2 to 3 person serving because I kept getting that request from retired people or single people or what have you, that they really wanted a smaller portion. They weren't going to be able to eat 4 to 6 servings.
Right.
So
If I would call, and I've got, let's say, a family of 5, does it show up in 5 different containers, or is it one big container?
it's one big container.
Okay.
So if it's something that's going to go in the crock pot, it's literally going to be in a gallon-sized bag. And for the most part, they just rip open the bag and dump it in the crock pot, and that's it. We're a little bit step further than like a HelloFresh or a Blue Apron, because we do all the prep work for you. We've done all the chopping and what have you, and we have everything ready to go. You just are going to put it in the oven, put it on the crock pot, sometimes on the grill.
So is it generally going to meat, a starch, and a vegetable? Is there dessert included?
It depends.
What's your typical
It really
meal?
depends. There's
Okay.
definitely some meals that I would call a complete meal. You don't really need to add anything to it at all. And then we have meals that are more of an entree. We also do side dishes that are just vegetables or comfort foods like mac and cheese or
Right. So is it an a la carte type situation, or is it complete package? You have options 1, 2, 3, and 4, or is there
it's
I
a
could
la
pick
carte.
a meat?
Definitely
oh, really?
a la carte. Anybody, they can order
You can
whatever
mix it
they
as
would
you want.
like. Yes.
So that's got to make it a little bit more difficult on the back end, then, isn't it? Or not necessarily?
Not really. No, we just take our numbers and go from there. My husband is an Excel wizard and created menus for me, and so I'm able to plug stuff in and go from there, and it's not too difficult.
So how do you know how much food to order prior to a week, or is it based on the orders that you get?
So we don't work a lot ahead. It's really based on what the people order. We will do, like today, we're actually starting to work on stuff for next week.
Right.
We will just do a small portion, and then the rest of it we will do Monday and Tuesday of next week.
Is it based on what's available to you locally? Are you using grocery stores, food services, a little bit of both?
I use both.
Okay.
I'm nothing against any wholesalers, but I like to pick my own produce a lot of times. I really like to see it.
Yeah.
And
I would hope you'd want to.
Not 100%, but a lot of times I go to the store and actually visualize and pick out my own produce. So anything like that. But a lot of the meats and your dry goods, your canned goods and stuff like that, I'll get from the wholesaler or even Sam's.
Before Dinner in a Bag, what did you do?
I was an RN.
So you really?
Yeah.
So did you do both for a while?
I did for a short while. When I first started this, we didn't make the meals like we do now where people can just come pick them up. I started out with only a party-based business. And
so you basically were a catering type thing?
No parties like what I went to.
Oh, what you went to, okay.
Yeah, where people would go and make the meals. So I started out doing that, and I did that for a few years. And then somewhere in there, well, actually within probably the first year or so, Sandra Bartley let me utilize her space at Quincy Steamboat.
Okay.
And her kitchen there, and we started making the meals at that point. But we started out just doing the parties, and so it kind of started slow. I didn't start, I wasn't like gung-ho right away, and I didn't have a brick and mortar until 2019, my own.
Right. Did you expect it? Was this more of like a love hobby type thing that you were doing, and then it turned into a business, or did you expect this to be a business from the get-go?
I honestly thought I thought Quincy needed something like this, and I just wanted to give it a shot and see where it went. And it started out. I literally asked a couple of friends, "Hey, would you mind having a party for me and see how this goes?" And it just kind of grew from there, and it got bigger and bigger. And then, probably within a year, I just kept cutting back my hours at the hospital, and then finally said, "Sorry, you gotta go."
Was it hard to find brick and mortar?
Yes.
So, because obviously, I think it'd be hard to find make a decision on what size kitchen you would need. And if you find a brick and mortar that already had a kitchen, or if you create your own kitchen.
That was the thing. It was whether, I probably took 2 years.
Really?
Yes. I looked for so long and could not find a place. And finally, I really wanted to drive through because that's really important to a lot of my customers.
Right.
They've got kids or whatever. They're not wanting to tote that inside. And so having the drive-through, and then what we ended up with was just a big open space that I created a kitchen.
815 Main, right?
Yes.
Okay, so you were able to design your own kitchen. So how much fun was that?
It was a little nerve-wracking, actually.
Really?
Yes, because I didn't know. I was super nervous about it. And actually just this year we had to purchase another freezer this past year because we've grown just a little bit every year.
That's
and
awesome.
We're getting to the point where it's like, okay, we don't have enough room. So
Is there any thought in the back of your head that maybe take this to other locations and maybe another city, or have you thought about that?
we've definitely thought about that, and I get requests for that.
Do you
on
really?
a pretty regular basis, yes. People see my stuff on Facebook or a friend of a friend, and so from California to
Seriously?
yes, all over. So, but I don't have immediate plans for
Yeah.
that. No,
Interesting. So obviously you enjoy it.
I do.
And what's it like being a business owner? Is it as challenging as you thought it would be, or is it?
Super challenging, and it takes so much work to be. You really have to be on all the time.
Right.
You know, and you have to be 100% committed if you want it to succeed. But I also have an amazing.
So how many people
crew
do you
of
have now?
people.
So how many people do you have?
We have 10.
Oh, seriously, you do have that many? Okay. And are they full-time positions?
No, everybody works part-time. And
Okay.
I'm very flexible with my
Okay.
people. They, some of them work 3 days a week, some of them work 2 days a week. When we went through COVID, I put out a little survey to all my customers and said, hey, when do you really need us to be here? Just to keep
Right.
people engaged. And one of the things that came back was that they really didn't need us on Fridays. And I was like,
We're shut
okay.
down Fridays, yeah.
Yeah, so we're never open on Fridays. And it's been nice for everybody, I feel like.
So did you look back at 2023 and figure out how many meals you served?
It was over 9,000.
Wow.
Yeah.
Happy? All right. Well, thanks for coming by. Well, how can people find out about you? Facebook, obviously, sounds like.
Dinner's in the Bag on Facebook, and then just come by and see us at 815 Main. Our phone number is 217-214-2665.
And your hours to come by?
Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday.
That's when you place your order. Oh,
No,
you can just come by.
that's when you
But
pick up.
Could you just stop by and pick up stuff? You have enough?
Yep,
Okay.
we have extras all the time.
All right, Lori Brunner, Dinner in the Bag. This has been the Business Spotlight brought to you by Mercantile Bank. I'm Ron Kinshirf.
Your financial needs aren't independent of each other, so your financial advisors shouldn't be either. At Mercantile Bank, our experienced United Wealth professionals are united to serve you and your complete financial planning and wealth management needs. Are you just starting your investment journey or need to roll over a retirement plan? Do you need to plan for a loved one with special needs or for your own life after work? Maybe your business needs a succession plan or you want to enhance your employee benefit programs. Whatever steps you need to take, our United Wealth experts are ready to take them with you. Together, we are united.
Muddy River News. Our home, our news.